Welcome back, adventurers, to a little special episode of Heaven's Vault. In the last episode, I ended my first playthrough of Heaven's Vault, and I chose to save the Nebula and restore the waters above, so that we could go home and everybody lives happily ever after. I think, at least. So I wanted to do a second run where I will choose to vault, because I want to see what happens then, and I thought it would be fun to take you on with me on that second playthrough, but not on the whole thing. So I'm on the deserted moon where Heaven's Vault is located, and by the way, my second playthrough was completely different as the first one. There is a game plus where you keep all the vocabulary you learned in the previous playthrough, so I didn't have to start from zero, and indeed all the translations are different, so it's still interesting to do a second playthrough, and I think it's impossible to always take the same decisions, so it will always be a different experience. And I think the biggest change is that Enki is not here. It's 6. I prevented Enki from taking over 6, so we are here now with 6. And I'm pretty excited about how that will go down. With him being on our side, he's not as rude as Enki. And yeah, let's see. I mean, we explored everything already, but as I said, everything is so different. Let's chat a bit with 6. I thought a vault would be underground. The word vault has 2 meanings, mistress. It is a sunken chamber, or else a high arch, even a leap. So, which is this? Perhaps both, mistress? Yeah, perhaps. I mean, we know it already, don't we? And by the way, there were also a few things I found out in the second playthrough that I got annoyed of in the first one. I have to confess, I apologize about that. For example, when we have been at Renba's dig site, I was complaining bitterly that we couldn't go down there and explore the actual dig. But it is of course possible. I just didn't, or I just wasn't doing the right thing and didn't take the right decisions. So there we go. That was a mistake on my part to complain about that. I apologize about that. There's definitely something weird about this place. Something about the air, maybe? I can smell nothing, mistress. Yeah, well, you're a robot, you can't smell. So what is it then? What is it about this place? He doesn't know either. So let's go to the graveyard here. Grave markers. Just like the one we saw in the Emperor's graveyard and outside the Hermitage where Renba died. Lots of them. And the goddess of the dead. The horned goddess. There's something carved here. It's ancient. This one is a phrase run together. Yeah, now you can see we have so many more words, and all the translations are different. Let's see. Every. What else do we have? No, I think that's a negative marker, so that is a word, and it's a person, so it might be, I don't think it's death, or is that, wait, every death, so this is a person then, sorry, yeah, every death we, and I don't think we know that. There's another negative marker. I think that is a word, not 2 words, maybe. So let's put in every and with. And that is it. Every death we... It could be fate. Wish, I'm not sure about. Blindly. Yeah, because of the negative marker, but that is a verb. With every death we fade. And these are the heads, right? But I don't think we understand those yet. Oh, there are no heads out here. Yeah, because we don't know how the language sounds. A face. A recording. Does 6 understand? He should, right? But he doesn't tell. Okay, let's get out of here. It's pretty loud there, and I don't think there was anything back there. Right? Can you understand what it's saying? Of course not. I cannot speak ancient. That is weird. Huh. I mean, we can read it now, but we can't speak it either. Let's try back this way. Let's keep talking. I wonder what you're trying to tell me. Yeah, the heads. I think she meant. Perhaps this is an old road. If there's anything here, it's up there. But mistress. Oh, I wanted to look at the statue of the god. I'm not sure you will survive this climb. Your lungs. They've been getting worse. You have sheer lung, don't you? You always have had it. I live with it. I was born with it. Lots of Eberesians are. The one thing my parents did pass on to me. But look around, 6. It doesn't matter out here what I've got. Mistress, you cannot simply ignore reality. But if we live with it, we don't ignore it. We just live with it, right? Don't tell me it's impossible. Because I didn't come this far to turn back now. Yeah. A figure in the sand. I know that shape. Kibenya. I always said she was truly ancient. Kibenya. The people back on Mercy would not believe it. Perhaps this is her home. There's an inscription. Although we already know Kibenya. Something with plants. This one is a fractured fragment from an even longer phrase. What do we have? May, so it might be a wish. Or it's future plans, but I don't think so. So may, the growth, or grow, it's a verb. May plants grow. May plants grow and then strong as trees. Oh, that sounds nice. May the plants grow, although, I mean, trees are plants. Strong as the trees. Maybe we learn tree now, if it's right. I can add my translation for grow to my dictionary. And tree is also correct. That is pretty awesome. May the plants grow strong as trees. That's finished. Nice! Let's have a look at our inscriptions. We only have solved and unsolved inscriptions. We don't have solvable ones. So, we're good. There's the hatch. I was thinking about Huang. He never did introduce me to the annals of Mazwai. He always said he would. I imagine he's still waiting for the right moment, mistress. I wonder how long it will be before he realizes you have gone. Wang is really going to miss me, I think. We've been friends since I arrived. You did not appear to have much in common, mistress. He will move on. I think you're wrong. I think I might have broken his heart. Mistress, I fear you are as likely to be forgotten as to be grieved. You were hardly one for community. That's an unkind thing to say. And why would that matter out here? I mean, he has a point here. There's something here. A wooden hatch. Nothing like as fancy as the one in the forest. But it's a hopper too, isn't it? Filled in with sand. But still, I think it must have once been a well. Guarded by Kibenya. Only why would there be a well here? How? Surely there was never any water here. Perhaps there was. There was a river to this place after all. There may be water here again soon enough. But look at this place, Six. It couldn't be more desolate. Many years have passed, mistress. Too many to be sure of anything. Yeah, that's true. I don't think there was anything back there, right? No. There's another one. Another crash? One part of the same enormous ship? And what do the moons get out of being in the Protectorate? Theoretically, the support of the Ioxian Guard, but that is largely historical. That was out of context. This way.
And then we began to climb. I fell silent, saving my breath. The robot purred along behind me. The wind offered little secrets and then snatched them away. But something was wrong.
Six? What? Six? I feel fine. The climb. It's easy. Perhaps I've grown stronger? Perhaps something about this place has made me well. And the opposite is true, mistress. It seems there is something wrong with gravity here. We saw this before. On the cratered moon with the ramps. Indeed, mistress. Whatever field it was we encountered on the cratered moon, that field wraps around this place like a cocoon. This one's close enough. What are these things? I've never seen anything like them. What are they for? Was it a tower? The structure is like the metal crater we found, but the materials are quite different. It is ancient, as old as anything. The walls, mistress, they are inscribed in some detail. No symbols, fragments of images in the rust. Six, can you make anything of these etchings? I will take a look, mistress. Etched with some kind of blunt blade, carved in later, I think, than the metal was made, but worn down by the sand. If one could see this, I'd like to see them tell me what history, that history is a fantasy now. But they'll never see it, of course. No one will. I think 6 is still analyzing. Can you read it? Wait, mistress. Now, can he? I think Enki didn't tell us what they meant, right? Well... Ooh! Crotch camera. Hurry up! Huh. This lasts long. Something on that ridge? I can't quite make it out. It's a ruin. And it looks like it has another god. Tell me something! 6 is fascinated. Go back there. And I cannot go back. Okay. 6, you're coming? Mistress, I believe I have some sense of it. Tell me a story. What does that mean? The etching tells the tale of a group of gods who strode forward across a white desert. From a place of much water, bringing water, they caused the fields here to be fertile for a time. They strode? A god with feet? Perhaps yes. A village rose up around the god to worship the god. The god demanded tribute. I cannot tell how often. A tribute of people. And then the god was killed. He was killed? Are you sure about that? No. That is the inference, but it is only a pictogram. And the god is above us, mistress. I think this mountain holds the gods too. So the seventh god? Then let's go bother a god. I want to hear more. Oh, that is awesome. I had no idea that he would tell us. Enki didn't. Oh man, can I ask more questions? The other options we had? I want to know them all. You sound like you don't approve of the protectorate. I'm neither for nor against it in principle, mistress, although it does not appear sustainable. A leftover from the Empire? Indeed, mistress. The Ioxian Guard is an increasingly minor force. Let's launch a revolution! Mistress is most droll. Let's see what this inscription is now about. I will stay here, mistress. I do not fancy the drop. A ruin! It's not much of a ruin, but still. That's a house. I do not think the statues carved themselves, mistress. Oh, there's the sky god. The sky god. That's the top. Not far now. It's interesting that the only god with feet we saw was on Elbereth, and Elbereth did play an important role in the past. We learned that much too. Ah, the sun goddess. And there's a carving. Let's see what we have here. What can we read? That could be the star, but I think it's rather the sky. I don't think that's all. I think it's forever. The whole combination here. Is that a number? Gems. It could be either gems, star, or sky. I think it's the sky. Forever? But forever sky? Maybe it's even a longer word. Or many? We don't know that. Huh. Ah, forever is not right. So let's put on in only sky. Yeah, that's it. Okay. That's the marker for all, so plural. And that's some time-related symbol. So infinite sky. Does that work though? Oh, sounds good. There's an inscription here. Oh right, that was a very long one. Okay. Now, let's try to be systematic here. I do have a bit of weird lag. That is very weird. I don't know why that is. I apologize. It shouldn't be. Okay. So, I think these were the animal markers, right? So do we have animals here? Heaven, sun, stars, eye, owl, sea. Yeah, the eagle. So this could be the eagle, but what would that be then? Can it be the eagle? We have wings in here. So that sounds appropriate for an eagle. That would be that word. But then this piece would be without a meaning, right? Let's see. Itself. Ah. That could be itself. Okay. So. What would these parts be then? I can barely scroll. It's so bad. Let's put in the wings here. Its wings. Oh, it's itself wings. That doesn't make really a lot of sense, does it? I put the eagle here for now, so that I just know that I know about it. Then we would have here. It could be eagle will open. Its wings would make sense. We have its... Yeah, okay. That does make sense. The eagle will open its wings again. And verb. And it does something. And comes, but then we have a dot. So we have something like sky here. Heavens, yeah. And do we know that there is it a small word or a little verb or something? Ah, and fly. That makes a lot of sense. And fly. Then we have, I think, what was it? We? And fly. Us. And fly us. So they carry us, the eagles? Or that eagle carries us? Is that what it means? And fly us... I kind of forgot what we translated here in the first playthrough, but I remember something with an eagle too. Through. Fly us through. Does make sense. Through. What is that though? What else do we have? Can I see the rest of it? And fly us through. There is dark something. Dark skies? No, dark sun. And fly us through. That's an eye. The eye of something. Don't we know the eye of the snake? That could be the sun. The eye of the dark sun? Yeah, wasn't that? Where's my off? It's here. Off, and that was dark, right? Off, dark. There. The eye of the dark sun. Whoa. Flies through the eye of the dark sun. Across. Across what? Do we have more here? Yeah. But nothing that fits here. Something with waters. something with a lot of plural, but it's an adjective, right? Old. Let's put that in for now. Old. Ah, the old sea. Eagle is right. Wings are right too. Across. Nice. It's all translated. That is amazing. The eagle will open its wings again and fly us through the eye of the dark sun across the old sea. What is the old sea? The Grey Ladies sang songs of the old sea sometimes, but the words were all nonsense. I wonder what they'd make of me now. But how can a sun be dark? I thought a sun was made of fire. Maybe the eagle and sun originate out here so long ago? And how does one fly through a sun? Unless the eye is like a hopper eye. I can't make any more of it. Perhaps that site was once entirely underwater? The shells we found lived on the ancient aquifer. Then someone harvested that water using hoppers, and that system has been working ever since. Ajax itself relies on it. Over time, 2 of the discs failed and the water level built up, enough to saturate the soil and allow the forest to grow. Yeah, she's talking about the forest side, not this one, of course. Look at that. Hard to imagine this place busy, full of life, and yet this is where the nebula began. We assume so. How is it possible you remembered the Withering Palace? I will not speculate, mistress. I think I must consider the matter more. Maybe a Roy could help you? It's too late for that now, I think. I do not want your friend poking around inside my core. She's an amateur. Would you allow a Mercian pig slaughterer to perform a heart operation on you? That's not the same. Maybe not for you. Mistress? Is something the matter? I'm detecting certain elevated emotional markers. Like what? Shortness of tone, mistress. Lack of compromise. Markers. You're Robot 6. I don't need to be nice to you. Well, we tried to be nice to him, I think, the whole time. Do not let the view distract you. It's not much further. One last corner. Take a moment to rest before you walk, mistress, please. some symbols in ancient. This one is a fractured piece of an even longer phrase. Yeah, that is a longer phrase. We do have the rivers here, I think. And we are upon the rivers. With what there? There's the god, then there's a long verb, I think. And I mean, that could be a life and a shorter one. And we do not know it, it seems. So let's put in, that could be where, but I don't think so because of the dot. I think that is the sky. And that's the sky god. So, sky god. And either we don't know it or it's not important. Sky god does something upon the rivers. Maybe that is life. Because there is nothing else we could put in there that would make sense. Sky god hold is similar. Demands combines bites. Maybe he breathes the life upon the rivers. Because he's the sky god. Do we have solvable ones now? We learned a few words. Unsolved, solved, all. Nope. We have still a ton of inscriptions that are unsolved. Right? Yeah, that doesn't change. No matter how many words you know, you still can't translate them. So, yeah. A bricked up opening. There is something here. To keep people out, do you think? Or to keep something in? And there's something written here. 4 words, but only 2 are clear. There's a few words in this one. I think even that is different. There was only Heaven's World, Heaven's Vault there in the first playthrough, and now enter. Enter skies? Or heavens. Here, enter Heaven's Vaults. Do we know the vault? Do not enter it, of course. Another long one, but I'm sure it translates as heavens. Do not enter Heaven's Vault by the stars. That was a long one. But there's more here below. Scratched in, it must be a warning. Oh, wow. This one is a broken fragment from an even longer phrase. Let's see what we have here. Okay, where do we start? I hate this mechanic. Oh, it's so confusing. Okay. We do have either when, but I don't think so because there's a dot. Ah, the 7th god. There we go. Do we know the first word? It doesn't seem so. Okay. The seventh god. Where's the god? And we'll here. The seventh god. What does he do? It's a place marker. It's no, it's not the temple. Or is that a phrase? And not the seventh god. Inside. Inside. Inside a what? Do we know that? Inside this temple. Right. That will make sense. Where's the temple? Inside the temple. And then something with a time marker. Not seventh again. Nope. Maybe we don't know that word yet. No, we don't know it. Oh, wait. Will. Will do something. But what? Do we have a verb here? No word here. Will drink. The nebula. This is the nebula, isn't it? Yep, it is. Will drink the nebula. And now we have until all. I think that is all. Yep, there it is. Until all is. Until all is. Until all is what? Depleted, maybe? Dark. I believe I remember the word seventh. Mistress, that was 6. Ah, nice. The seventh god inside this temple will drink the nebula until all is dark. I've got a good feeling about that. It really is. Pretty dark prediction. So he drinks the nebula? The great darkness. But who is the seventh god? Whoever that is, still, this is a temple then. Heaven's world is a temple. Set here above all the other gods. Maybe that was the darkness that Renba warned us about. This is it? Waters inside here, that's what's doing it. Draining the forces that drive the rivers. Bringing darkness. Only one way in? As far as I can ascertain, yes. Interesting. I can feel a breeze. It must be open on the other side. Open onto what there? That should be enough to climb through. Not for me, mistress. Well then, can you widen it? Mistress? Excuse me a moment, mistress? As soft as butter. We can listen in. Mistress? Well, we can hear 6. Here goes nothing. It is beautiful. We have a solvable inscription. Heaven's vault must be found. And we did. Okay, but that's it. A shard of metal, positioned like an icon. Do you recognize it? No, I suppose you would not. It is a robot metal. It reminds me of the sundial on Iox. The curve and the spar. No wonder no one can get it to work. This is older than anything we've ever seen. It must be original. As much as anything can be, this is. It's really good to come back here with 6 because he tells us more stuff than Enki. The operation of this door seems simple enough. Okay, on to the next. Waters above. What is this? What have we found? Another door. No handles, nothing to pull or push. Not magnetic, mistress. It is like the Gate. Do I say a word? Open up! Sesame? Pity, it doesn't work. Oh. We did, or I did in this playthrough, learn a few words indeed from Amir. Oh, Katali. Bless the rivers. What is this place?
The tomb was not a tomb. The mountain was not a mountain. This was heaven's vault.
Man,
And it
we're
was
back.
still alive.
What is it made of? The same as the structure on the cratered moon with the ramps? I believe so. Let's find the bridge. Where is it? I'll cut the search for the bridge across quickly. I cut it out because it's a bit tedious and we know it already. And I turned down the volume of the game. So it should be a bit better now. Okay. These don't vanish, so we're safe here. We can just continue. Okay, let's go. Let's vault! They're robots. Servos, mindless drones. We could tell Amadou about this place. He'd love it. No, mistress, we cannot. There is no way back to Renaki. If Master Amadou came out here, he would also be stuck. It was just a nice idea, Six. coming? What are they doing though? It is hard to say. Balancing? Monitoring? Perhaps they are simply moving around. Aimlessly. It seems so, right? This guy doesn't look healthy. Pretty dirty and broken. What do you make of this? It's central to this whole space. Move aside, mistress. Yeno hua mikis. 6? Arien Bas, Aliti. Yaiki Yancy, Ifarale? 6? Are you remembering something? Decipher. Welcome, Overseer. Tell me. Do you wish to vault? By the goddess. Do you wish to vault? You're an eagle. I am the ship. Please, answer the question, mistress. Do you wish to vault? Are you absorbing the rivers? The great darkness? The rivers disappearing? You're doing it. "66% of the core is now recovered. Please, mistress. It hurts. How can it hurt though? Do you wish to vault? What does it mean to vault? A viable proximate system has been located. A lensing singularity is available. Refraction error is minimal. Do you wish to vault? That's what we are here for. And what happens if I say yes? Does something happen to the nebula? Entropy is inescapable. The rivers will inevitably run dry. But we will be elsewhere. The overseer must answer the question. Do we vault? I do. I wish to vault. Mistress, a vault will leave everyone in the nebula behind. When the rivers fail, they will all be lost. Only we two would escape. Then I wish to vault. If there's any way to save the nebula, it's out there. We've come this far. We can't turn back now. There's no way back to the nebula anyway. All that is in the past now. And who knows? Maybe out there we'll find a way to come back. As you wish, mistress.
Stories don't have tidy beginnings. The past is always present.
feel giddy.
But the past is just another story.
We are moving, mistress. Where are we going? We are leaving, mistress, leaving the nebula.
One that we can always leave behind.
And that's it. I think we launched. But we will never know where to. That is sad. So the ending is not really different, because we do not learn what will happen to the nebula and the people we know. Okay. Well, we're going somewhere, don't we? And yeah, this is the final end of Heaven's Vault. I will not play it again, at least not on camera. Maybe I will privately, because it is fun, and I would love to learn more of the language. And I wonder how many times you have to play through to learn all the words. But I'm not sure if I will try that. Yeah, most probably not. I don't have time for that. But speaking of time and endings, I think the next game I will play as a secondary game to The Witcher 3 will be Never Alone. So, it's also a very nice and I don't want to say little game. It's a pretty awesome and beautiful game. But yeah, that's the plan. So that will start next Tuesday, because I think this is a Thursday when it goes up. Yeah, it should be. Then Friday is a Witcher, Monday is a Witcher, and Tuesday is the first part of Never Alone. So, see you then, hopefully. Have a wonderful and adventurous day, and goodbye.